What beautiful scenery along the Bayou Teche in Arnaudville, Louisiana, which is where we are today. So Arnaudville has a long history. It was founded in 1870 and it was named after the Arnaud family. So we're here today for the Etouffee Festival pageant. Now, most of you don't know, but Louisiana is the festival capital of the United States. If there's a reason to have a festival, we have one. And most of the festivals have a queen that reigns over them. The queen also will travel around the state throughout the year and help educate about the town that their festival originated in. So that's what we're here for today, and we're staying at a beautiful plantation tonight. And you're gonna follow me on our journey through Arnaudville today. I have a lot of history and fun stuff to show you. Why am I standing in a cemetery in the rain? So the reason I'm here is because I wanted to give a little bit of education on most of the cemeteries that we have in Louisiana. Most of them are above ground crypts like you see here. And the reason for that is because the water table in Louisiana is so high. Now, I'm in Arnaudville, so this is not a huge cemetery. And most of you, if you think of these types of cemeteries, you're thinking about New Orleans, where Marie Laveau is buried, and that's one of the most famous examples. But most of our small towns, and sometimes just out in the middle of nowhere, they have these cemeteries. And now you know why. So we are having lunch at the Little Big Cup, which is in Arnaudville, Louisiana. And the cool thing about this place is, well, there's a lot that's cool about it, but it is right on the water on Bayou Fusilier. It also is made up of 2 decks. We are on the lower deck, which you definitely can eat on. And then there is one up there. This is the upper deck. They also have indoor seating. This is absolutely a treat to eat at. I would always recommend making a reservation though, because it is definitely well known and it's worth the trip just to come eat here without going anywhere else.
Chicken and sausage gumbo. Hi, Sophia. With rice and a cat, but not eating it. That's Sophia. She's staring at us.
Hey, so we got the seafood tower. It has eggplant, snapper maybe, oysters, shrimp, and crawfish. And then another one of Phoenix and I's favorite is the iceberg wedge lettuce salad. So we got that too. So we're gonna split it. So, no lunch Teche Brunch at the Little Big Cup is complete without one of their Bloody Marys. And yes, that is a whole crawfish on top.
Look at my cat.
You say Phoenix?
Look at my cat.
Sophia. We love her.
Hi everyone. I have white chocolate bread pudding right here with sweet tea and my cat, but I'm also again not gonna eat the cat, but she's loafed up. So, yep.
Her name is Sophia again, in case you missed. All right, let's talk about how good the bread pudding is. It's the white chocolate. Yes. The Little Big Cup opened in 2012 by Sanjay Maharaj from Trinidad and Kevin Robin, an Arnaudville native. If you'd like to make sure you get a little taste of everything, they offer a brunch buffet on Saturdays and Sundays. No trip to Arnaudville is complete without visiting Bayou Teche Brewing. It is perfect for craft beer lovers and pizza enthusiasts. Their decor is tiki hut awesomeness, and make sure to order one of their specialty tiki drinks along with taking a tour of their brewery. Look them up at BayouTecheBrewing.com to see a calendar of their events, which includes live music. So I was walking around Bayou Teche and the brewery, and I saw your mobile cigar lounge. Tell me about this fabulousness that you have.
Well, my name is Johnny Johnson, and back in 2014, I retired from the oil field and decided I needed a side gig just because I didn't want to sit home. And
Fair.
I came up with this idea. I had an old Airstream I was going to build as a camper. Called my wife and said, I've got good news and bad news. Good news is I'm going to open a business. The bad news is you don't have a camper anymore.
How'd she take that?
Oh, she just laughed. Since then, I bought her another and remodeled it also.
Amazing.
I had a really good friend of mine, Pat St. Julia, who owns a cabinet shop, and I got him to help me build it, and it took about a year to build it.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It is.
We do private parties, festivals. We do a lot of weddings, golf tournaments. We do a little bit of everything.
So tell me about the different types of cigars that you have here.
We pretty much carry the variety of mild, medium, some full body cigars. We try to carry at least 5 or 6 of the cigars that are Cigar of the Year or in the top 10 from Cigar Aficionado magazine. And,
that is amazing.
Try to keep a variety for everybody. We have a couple of flavored cigars for the beginners, and
right, that's what I would be.
We have some strong cigars for the seasoned pros. You know.
And so, what is the name again?
The Smoking Section.
I love it. And how would someone find you if they were gonna Google you?
The Smoking Section on Facebook.
Okay, on Facebook.
In Lafayette or Arnaudville, Louisiana.
Okay, thank you so much for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. We are on our way to Maison Stéphanie after an amazing lunch and a tour of Bayou Teche Brewing. I can't wait to see where we are staying and dig into the history. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little tour of where we're staying. So one thing I really love is look at the arch And this is the original doors, and I just think that is so beautiful. And it leads right outside to a courtyard, which I'm gonna show you guys later, with a pond that goes all the way to Bayou Teche. There's 2 double beds in this room, one here and one over there. Phoenix has been laying in her. She's behind the camera. Say hi, Phoenix. She's so happy to help me. Okay, another thing I really love is the artwork on the walls. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And then, of course, we've got the little kitchen area over here. Keurig coffee pot, teapot on a burner, which I really love. A little microwave, a stove, and then just some of your normal stuff. By the way, we're staying at Maison Stéphanie. And I'm gonna tell you all about the history in a little bit. When we go outside, I'm gonna show you the courtyard. And then we have the bathroom with kind of really not even low key, but high key. Love all of these mats. I think they're so cool. And then we've got a really nice clawfoot bathtub, which also is super fun. So that is a little tour of our cabin on where we're staying. And then I will fill you guys in on everything outside and some of the history of the place too, which is pretty cool. What a gorgeous historic home we are staying in this evening. This is Maison Stéphanie, and it is on the National Historic Register, and it was built in 1796. Now I keep looking down because I'm actually looking at my notes, because if I don't look at my notes, then a lot of times I say a lot, and then I have to redo this about 14 times, and I don't want to do that, but there was another Okay, so anyway, tonight we are staying here at Maison Stéphanie, and I probably murdered that, but it is on the National Historic Register, and it was built by a man named, the last name Duralde, and his daughter Clarice married the first governor of Louisiana. So that is really some historical significance right there. Anyway, this is on 20 acres. Look at that. And it ends at Bayou Teche. And I've walked all the way out there, and it is absolutely gorgeous. So you can stay here too. They are a bed and breakfast, and I'll include all their information at the end, walk through the place we're staying. We are not staying in the main house. We're staying in a cottage because we like double beds, because sleeping with my daughter, it's tough. Anyway, any of you who have kids, you know this. So they also have 5 renovated rooms in the main house as well. So that is something you want to check out when you decide to stay here in Arnaudville, Louisiana. So way up there, well, not too far, you can see Bayou Teche. And this is the very back of the property that we're staying at. In fact, it's 20 acres. Property you can't even see where we're staying. I walked all the way to the back to see if I could find Bayou Teche. So it's 20 acres that backs up to Bayou Teche. I'm gonna go down there. Let's see what I can go find. This is so beautiful. I really don't know how much closer I can get to the bayou, but this is gorgeous. So that is what leads to the bayou, to Bayou Teche. Way up there, you can see where we're staying. If you listen, you can hear nature. We were incredibly lucky to have booked our stay on the same night as their monthly supper club. Because they had a few cancellations and the hosts were sweet enough to invite us, we had an amazing dinner experience mingling with the club, dining on St. Patrick's Day themed menu, and hearing about the history of remodeling the estate while staying within the National Historic Register guidelines.
So the menu tonight was, the appetizer was a deconstructed shepherd's pie.
Yes.
And then we had a salad with just a light, all from the garden here. We call it our little farm table, with a balsamic vinaigrette. And then we had a cacorman, because that's what they call cannon, mashed potatoes with basically just a cabbage, smothered cabbage with bacon and green onion, topped with a cilantro lime mint aioli and 2 little beautiful lamb chops that were seared and sous vide. And then of course carrots from our own garden.
It's amazing.
And then we had, for dessert, an apple cake with strawberry and
It included both.
meringues. Yes, we just put both desserts all together. So, but it
was amazing.
Everybody loved it.
It was amazing. It was
Yes.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
and
much
you've
for
been to
coming.
Dubai?
Yes, I've been to Dubai.
And
went to
what were
Dubai.
you there?
I was there in 23, and I went with the USDA for SESTA, myself and my good chef friend Johnny Gale, and we went and we cooked crawfish etouffee and seafood gumbo. No, it was chicken and sausage gumbo, and it was for thousands and thousands. Dubai is the largest food show. And it was just amazing. And I just was able, they asked me to be in an international cookbook. So I was one of 122 chefs chosen, me and Johnny, to be in this cookbook. And I just received them the other day. So it was fun. Yeah, really fun. And it's for the USDA. But they don't sell them. They only give them to, like,
I heard.
sheiks, presidents.
I already heard
I
that they
know.
can't get one.
I know. My children were like, Mom, that makes no sense.
We
So
can't
we
get
all
one.
just have fight for the ones that I have.
That's
So,
right. Thank you so much for
not a
dinner.
problem. Thank you so much. We're glad we got to invite y'all.
Thank you. Maison Stéphanie is as beautiful at night as it is in the daytime. There you can see the cottage we're staying in. That, my friends, is the kitchen. And then, of course, you have the main house right there. I'm going to swoop around kind of quick. That's another cottage you can stay in. And then we end up facing the back of the property, which backs up to Bayou Teche. And you can see how beautiful it is at night as well. The next morning, the host treated us to a homemade breakfast and a tour of the plantation house. Each room is lovingly decorated with beautiful period furnishings and original artwork from the owner's extensive collection. Each room has its own newly remodeled private bathroom as well. Good morning, everyone. We are wrapping up our stay at Maison Stéphanie. And I just wanted to put some of my thoughts out there about our stay here. And it was an overnight stay, but I really wish that we had time to stay longer. You've already seen the grounds, you've seen the cottage we were staying in. But one thing that happened last night is that as we were thinking about just kind of reading in the cottage and everything, the two owners asked if we would like to come to their supper party dinner that they hold once a month. And you've seen the interview with their chef, and I just want to say that it was an absolutely amazing time. We met so many local people, and then this morning one of the owners took us on a tour of the entire property and talked about all the love that they've put back into restoring this, from repointing all the brick to the windows, to the doors, to dealing with the National Historic Register during that time frame, and just the love and care that goes into the everyday living here. And we also had breakfast this morning that they made for us, and it was homemade biscuits and eggs and bacon, and the biscuits, to die for. So my overall feelings about this trip would be that I wish we could stay longer, and we even got a tour of the greenhouse. It's just an amazing place, and I'm so excited to share this with everyone, because it is my hopes that after sharing this with you, you'll want to come experience this as well. So don't forget to hit subscribe, and make sure that you continue to follow us on our journeys wherever we go, because I'm so excited to share them with you.